winter's not done with us yet. And
Man.
this weekend, Monday or Sunday and Monday, first and second is the anniversary of the 1980 Circus Blizzard. So we can have big snows into the month of March as well.
Tell me more. That sounds interesting. What is the 1980 Circus Blizzard?
Well, I remember this.
There were elephants roaming the snowy streets of
Yes,
Norfolk?
yes, there were.
Wait, is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. So the Circus Blizzard, the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus always came, in late February, early March. And there were, I believe, 3 performances on that Sunday. And my family, we were at the second performance, I believe. And it started to snow, and we went home. Mm-hmm. And the third performance...
Was it outdoors, the
no,
whole
it's
circus?
at Scope.
It was at Scope.
It was at
okay.
Norfolk Scope. And so, so people came for the third performance, and, it snowed about 14 inches just in the span of a couple of hours.
You nailed that. I just pulled up our 13 News Now article on this. 14 inches in Norfolk.
And so, and it all came down at one time, and it was a blowing, drifting snow. And so during the span of the circus, they declared a state of emergency, and people couldn't leave. Cars were stuck on interstate, and we had tanks going down St. Paul's Boulevard, and people got snowed into Norfolk Scope. Maybe it was Saturday night. I can't remember if it was
We
Saturday
had tanks
or Sunday.
going down St. Paul's Boulevard? What kind of tanks?
Yeah, the National Guard.
Oh, wow.
To help clear the roads, and people had to stay at Norfolk Scope, and some of them went over towards Chrysler Hall and had to stay the night because it was snowing so bad, and the circus had to get on the road. So maybe it was the Sunday performance. Anyway, it was either Saturday or Sunday, and they had the circus train was there at Lambert's Point, so the circus elephants and the animals had to walk from Scope up to the train, and there's video of the elephants walking down the street.
This is literally a procession of elephants walking down the streets in Norfolk. That is insane. I had no idea that happened. Naya, were you aware of this? The snow circus of 1980?
I was not.
Yeah, so a friend of our family's, and I don't know if she's in that story, but I interviewed her probably 10, 15 years ago, and they were there. They got snowed in and had to stay in Norfolk Scope for that time. And one of our former reporters, Judith Baruti, she wrote a little ditty about and a little song about it. So I think that might be on there as well. And I know Chris Collette, who is our digital media guru and the master of the vaults here at Channel 13, he's going to put up some feeds here on 13 News Now, plus some of the stories talking about the Circus Blizzard and other past snows. So that should be here on 13 News Now Plus as well.
And I just pulled this up on our Scan PC, Naya. If we want to take this live, we can show this video. Let me make sure that I can get it. And today, this is the anniversary of that
The first and second, I believe it was. So, going into this weekend.
Okay. All right. So, with that in mind, not so bad, a little wintry mix.
That's right.
That this could have been a lot worse, I suppose.
So there's an old saying that March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. Well, March 1st is going to be fine, but as we get into the second, we might see a little bit of a wintry mix.
Okay, shout out to lambs. Oh, can we? Yeah. Oh, hold on just a second here. I think we can pull this up. Now, you're much more skilled in the ways of the Scan PC than I am. I'm trying to rewind it to where you can't quite see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this if we can. Okay, so this is from that day in 1980.
I always like the dog that's helping push things.
The dog, listen, you can't move that car without a little bit of the dog strength there. And this is, Evan, you're roaming around at the circus during this time?
Oh, well, I was 6, so...
Okay.
So, I do remember...
I didn't mean to date you there.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
I do remember the snow drifts afterwards. There were snow drifts, that were taller than me, about 6, 7 feet. Yeah, I know,
There they
6,
go.
7.
Look at all those elephants. Oh, my gosh. And these are the people who are kind of just rolling with them.
Yeah, these are the people that had to stay.
At the Scope.
And that's my friend of our family. That's... Candace Smith, so she was, interviewed there. There's the
tanks.
Yeah.
This is nuts. I had no idea that any of this happened. So we're just not. Is this the most snow that Norfolk has ever experienced in one storm?
It was not the top, but it was in the, one of the top.
Okay.
list. Let me see. I think we have a graphic of that I can pull up and stuff. But
Elephants, tanks, and dogs pushing cars.
yeah.
They had everything.
And that's
there.
why, for the longest time, and there's another story in there that you saw that popped up in that. There was another time that we didn't have that much snow, but we had snow as well when the circus was in town. So it was always, a running joke, whenever the circus comes to town, that we were going to see, snow in Hampton Roads.
Yeah, the circus brings not only, trapeze artists and elephants, but also snow and a blizzard. But no circus in town this week, as far as we know. Just a marathon.
That's
so
right.
We should be clear we're going to have a beautiful Saturday and Sunday. Well, that is a road that I did not expect to go down, but I'm thrilled that we did. Okay, what do you have anything else for us here?
Yeah,
Kevin?
I was looking. Here's some March snowfalls. March 1st, 2nd, 1980. That was the big one. 13.7 was the official. But you can see, there are several other snows in there. Now, most of them have been quite a while ago, obviously. Let's see. We just have so many snow graphics. When I just search snow, it, comes up with so many graphics in our system. March snowfalls, late season snowfall.
So March is not completely and totally immune to a little bit of snow. When I think of March, I think of the warm-up. Time to get ready for summer, time to get ready for spring. It's getting warm. Let's go outside. Let's put some shorts on. Let's enjoy ourselves. But this is quickly telling me that is not always the case in March. And March does have cold days, but I certainly don't expect snow during March. And it hasn't. It's been 46 years since there was snow in March, I guess.
Well, the big snows.
Big
not,
snow.
Yeah, not.
Oh,
no
right.
snow.
This is just the top 5. This
Yeah.
is not all snow, period.
Let's see. I was just looking. I can't find it here. Let's see.
While you're looking, I do want to ask Nia Campbell a question. Nia, let's say that the circus is in town and we do have one of these major blizzards, okay? And you're out and about in Norfolk, right? You're hanging with your friends, you're doing some snow activities, and you see an elephant walking across the way. Are you out? Are you gone? Do you approach? Elephants, notoriously friendly-ish, is that right? They can be. I mean, any wild animal, you never know.
Right. Yeah. I think I just saw a video out of India that was not a very friendly elephant that popped up at my feed.
Well, let's reset. Let's stick with our hypothetical and forget that we heard that information. Are you taking videos and pictures, maybe something for the talk?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And I'm gonna approach the elephant.
You're approaching.
I feel like elephants are nice.
How close are you getting?
Very close.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna pet him.
You're going up and petting the snow elephant.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would definitely get close, but I don't know if I would have it in me to actually pet.
Are they the circus elephants?
They are the circus elephants. It has.
Yeah. So I think
So they're a little bit more used to humans and that.
Yes,
type of thing.
exactly. So I think
Okay.
we'd be all right with that.
Would you hop on?
No. You're just doing too much at that point. You're trying to hop on the elephant.
You deserve whatever comes to you at that point in time. Okay. All right. So we've got snow circuses. We've got March snowfalls. This Monday, just a wintry mix as of right now.
Right.
We went down kind of a fun tangent there, but this is not our expectation in any way, shape, or form. We're going to have a warm weekend and then maybe some wintry mixed precipitation Monday.
That's what we're looking at right now. Yeah, I was just trying to find our.
We got November snowfalls up here.
Yeah.
But those are the November those are very small. So it's much more likely to get snow in March than November in Hampton Roads.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though it is meteorological spring, yes, it is definitely.
1891, quite the outlier.
Yeah, I would.
You can't even get over half a foot or half an inch, and then all of a sudden you get almost 7 inches?
Yeah, and that's back when we were kind of in the little ice age, the 17 and 1800s. So, there were a lot of big snows. A couple of my weather nuggets I've done talking about, the 1800s, even the 1700s as you're getting into, the Revolutionary War and stuff. You think of all the, you hear about George Washington and...
we know from your stories how much weather has impacted wars here in the United States. Multiple times, severe weather, and internationally as well, right? But here in the United States, that ice age time period actually impacted the outcome of battles at certain points in time. So definitely a major factor. And when it comes to the mini ice age, which is a tangent that we'll go down another time. We already did the elephant tangent. We can't, we can't go too far.
What's interesting is, our biggest snow, or highest snowfall event was in 1892. December 27th and 28th, we had 18.6 inches. Okay. And I don't have this on a graphic. I'm just reading it. 1989 was a big snow. Had 15 inches, February 17th and 19th. And just a few years ago, 2010, everybody might remember the big snow that came Christmas Day and the day after.
That one I do remember very well, actually.
That was 14.2, and then the Circus Blizzard 1980 was 13.7. So
the day of the 2010 snowfall, I attempted to walk from Chicks Beach to the Great Neck area, and I made it as far as the Lesnar Bridge.
Yeah.
So
not very far.
No.
And what's interesting is that whole winter of 1980, there were about 3 big snows. There was a second one, or a previous one, February 6th, 7th. There's another 6, 7 for you folks listening out there. 12.4 inches. So you had a foot of snow February 6th, 7th. And then there was another snow in between, I believe. And then we had that, almost 14 inches on March 1st and 2nd. So 1980. One of the big snows. Also, another big one, 10 inches in January of 2018. Okay. So we've had some big snows.
We've had some big snow. Can we once again stress, just in case, we have a lot of fun kind of going down these tangents, especially with our meteorologists. Can we once again stress, just in case, that is not what we're expecting
right,
next week? I don't want anyone to come away from this and say, whoa, they were talking about snow a lot. What is the forecast?
No, we don't plan any of this.
No.
We just come in, and that's the great thing about Live Impact
That's
News.
Live Impact. We go where it takes us, but that is not. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are looking at that possibility of a wintry mix or some snow. Not expecting any kind of significant accumulations, especially coming after a weekend with temperatures in the 50s to near 60 degrees.
And based on the Euro, it would be more rain than anything else.
Right, and you might notice that's already an updated European model. So the new run has come in. Okay. It's pushed that rain-snow line a little bit north. Earlier we were saying it was over the HRBT, and it's pushed it a little north. So we'll see what the updated run of the American comes in. And that's why we don't focus on just one model run. We see what the trends are doing and how, things are evolving. So, when we make a forecast, it's based on the information that we have at that time, and, storms continue to evolve. And so you can see just here in our past, 20 minutes that we've been talking, that we've seen the European model come in with a little bit of a difference, a change.
Very good. Thank you, Ed. That is why you got to stay on Weather Impact 24/7 right here on 13 News Now Plus. Things are changing and evolving. Everybody wants to make sure that we're informed so that we can, dress and move appropriately according to the weather.
Exactly.
Evan, you're the best. 4 o'clock today?
I'll be there.
Okay. We will see Evan Stewart at 4 o'clock. Thank you for indulging us on all of our random tangents and questions and elephant queries. So thank you so much to Evan Stewart.